Hello, my name is Natassia Knutson. I am President and CEO of Project Support Services. We specialize in DSA compliance, legacy closeout, K through 12, and higher education. So a little bit about my story. As Kari said, I started my business back in 2008. And I really had to manifest of what did I want and how can I get the business to get myself out of the situation I was in. 24, working at a testing and inspection firm, no college degree, doing a certificate program at a local community college. Also, no business development background, no mentorship, divorcing my parents at 16 years old, so completely on my own. I had this calling and knew I wanted more. And I never forget it, the day I was in my car, my head was on the steering wheel and I was sobbing because I did not want to go back into that building. And I knew that there was something else out there for me, but I did not know how to get there at all. So I bring up all these challenges and struggles because everything that happened to me in that moment in 2008, it sort of feel like it's happening again. And I love what B talks about, how you go back and forth through all these emotions, and that's sort of life of an entrepreneur. I hope some entrepreneurs find that balance because I'm still working on it. But that day I was like, all right, I need to manifest what I want. And what is it that I want? It was something that was going to make me happy. And making me happy was starting my own business, shockingly, even though I had no experience in it. And I said, you know what? I need to learn how to ask myself the right questions to get me there. So my first question was, where am I at right now? Like this season, this economy, what's going on, starting a business during the housing crisis market. I'm 24 years old in an industry where there's many baby boomers that, how are they going to give me business? Where do I want to be? I was like, I want to solve problems. I want to be passionate about it. I want to help people. I want to help kids. I want to learn and grow into like why I was put on this earth. And then the biggest question came from it all was like, how the heck do I get there? So I literally spent many months just drawing things out. And getting in a line with this very peaceful place inside of me that was starting to like hear these calm thoughts and ideas. And it was like DSA closeout, certification, like all these different ideas came. And finally, I just kept narrowing down like, okay, what is it that I can do? I can start a business on. And luckily, when you are in that calm place that B was talking about, where you're open and calm and all those great things, you can hear those voices and gut intuition that's telling you where to go. So it said, you need to start a closeout business. And I was like, okay, how am I going to do that? I'm not an architect. I'm not an engineer. How am I going to help school districts solve problems? And believe it or not, I wrote out all these ideas on how I was going to do it. And I tried one by one by one by one. Moving on to when I was 27 years old, I started getting recognition for knowing how to solve these problems that I became obsessed about. And then it was a time for me to jump and leave my company that I was working with. And I'll never forget it. The owner means well, and we're great friends today, but he said, you're uneducated, you're a minority, you're a woman in a man's world, and you're a woman in a man's industry. You have no business experience. And how are you going to do this? And I said, I have literally the open part, as B was saying, I have nothing to lose. I literally had nothing to lose. Wasn't married, no kids, $1,000 in my bank account. I had some bills. I said, I just come back work for you, right? And so that day I jumped and I started my business. And again, where was I at again? How am I going to get business? What am I going to do? So I started teaming with the right people, coming up with creative ideas. And where I'm at today is honestly everything that I could ever imagine and dreamed of. It scares me. It really scares me at times because I worked so hard to build this life that I am beyond excited to get out of bed every day for, that I truly do not do this for the money. I do this because like I'm making change and impact, and I'm building teams that I'm making them resilient, and I'm being a leader, especially during this freaking COVID crisis. I'm able to shine and be a light, not only to school districts and my clients, but my team members and everyone around me. So again, I keep going back to B because everything she says just like hits with me. But I catch myself right now going to a side of fear. Fear, I'm going to lose it all. How am I going to get more clients? What am I going to do? And I've been doing a ton of meditations, asking myself, okay, How can we get grounded to come up with a new game plan to grow the business again? Because the old way of doing business where I could in 2008, regardless of my struggles that you just heard of, being young and uneducated and all that. Well, guess what? I have experience now, but I can't go knock on doors like I used to. I can't ask people out to lunch like I used to. I can't go to networking events like I used to. So all of those like negative thoughts and feelings were starting to take control of where I'm at today. And I felt ruining that. So I had to go back to the drawing board. And I said, okay, how can we make an impact? How can we get more business? How can we grow the business to get where you're at today, where you want to be, which I want to grow PSS as much as I can. That's my goal and dream. And so that's when the ideas came out. And I keep sharing this because so many of us just try one thing. It's like, no, be a little kid and throw every single thing you could ever imagine, the best ideas, the dumbest ideas, whatever, and try each one in threes that would work. And believe it or not, we have 82 local bonds. I'm going on the November ballot. I sent out binders. I made 10,000 little hand sanitizers. I made cards. I sent them all to school districts, just threw it all out there. And shockingly, those people took the time to open the card, open the binder, find my email and write me and say, thank you so much for that handwritten card. Thank you so much for the hand sanitizer. Thank you so much for spending that time making that packet for my district and wishing our local bond's going to pass. And that like lit a spark in me is yes, even though I have these barriers again right now in this year of 2020, which we all know besides work, it's personal life going on. Those things in 2008 had taught me how to get through this season, I'm going to call it, and be able to bring business in and manifest what I want and manifest what my focus is trying to be for 2020. Part of manifesting things in your business is, I feel 2020 is happening for a lot of reasons. It's getting our vision focused, and we had so much clutter going on in our lives before 2020. And maybe it's really making us think, why am I really wanting to do this? The business, the industry I'm in. And I know all of you must be passionate about this industry that you're in, because you wouldn't be trying to sell your service or product to clients and keeping in it regardless of COVID. You're still be like, nope, I want to make an impact and difference with my company doing this for our clients. And so it gets rid of all of that. Or maybe you have a change of heart now. You're like, you know what? Why am I in this industry? Why am I selling this service or product? I need to shift now. Like, life is too short after experiencing 2020. So with that story, I mean, probably could write a book about it, but I just want everyone to take away that never stop trying over and over when you're passionate about something, because in the end, if you keep trying things that aren't working and are working, it's going to get you to this end result that you want. And again, I'm at this dream, I call it, that I get scared every day of losing, and maybe you can tell me why I'm so fearful of losing this dream that I've built. But that's how I've been able to move on with everything.